What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse ranch and no hate, and I want to do a breakdown on Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. Now, this is something that is nothing new. I've been watching them both, and I just watch them fight old fights to their current fights. And let me start with Tyson Fury. Okay, Tyson Fury. Now, before I even say that, I think AJ wins this fight. That's who I'm going to win. It's yet to be seen, okay? And when the time comes, we'll see. But Tyson Fury, I hear people say he's the better boxer between him and Joshua. He's more technical. He's this, he's that. Now, when I watch him, he was more elusive when he fought Klitschko. He was lighter on his feet. He was faster on his feet. He moved more. Okay. What I've noticed about Tyson Fury as well, he throws his jab right now, straight, smoothly. Okay, he throws that smooth when he throws it. But I watch Tyson Fury even now. If you watch him, he tries to like jump in and throw his weight behind his shots. He literally, you watch him, he'll jump in. He's like running forward. He's literally moving forward, like trying to get his weight and some momentum behind his punches. Okay, similar in how when Wilder throws his 1-2, if you watch, he kind of hops. He literally like throws the jab and he like jumps forward a lot of times, and it worked for him. Okay, but when Fury's doing that, a lot of times you watch, his punches are not straight. He's throwing them like from you understand what I'm saying? He's throwing his hooks and he's coming straight in a straight line. And because of his height and size, he was able to get away with that. Now, he never rematched Vladimir. So we don't know who would have won the rematch. Okay, we can all have our opinions on what we think. That's irrelevant. But the point is, he never rematched him. So we don't know who would have won the rematch. Okay, just like, for example, when Vlad fought AJ, people said, oh, it just go to show you Fury's a better fighter because compare the performances. Well, that really sounds asinine to me because you can clearly see, no, Vladimir, he was pumped to fight that night. He was ready. He was focused for a fight. I don't know if he just had a bad night against Tyson Fury. If Tyson Fury just frustrated him, it could have been a combination of both. It could have been one or the other. I don't know. But the point is they never had a rematch. We had many rematches where one guy loses the first time but wins the rematch, or he loses both. It can happen. So when you say compare the performances, and okay, well, let's think about this though. If that's the case, AJ stopped him. Tyson Fury didn't. So if you want to compare, there's more than one thing to compare. Two, let's not forget, in sparring, Tyson Fury is the one who admitted that AJ put it on him. AJ is much better now than he was then. The difference is this in Fury, okay? Fury can't move like he used to. So that coming forward style suits him better against a guy like Wilder because Wilder's flat-footed. Wilder has no footwork. So, and Wilder's too light in the ass to try to stand in and like go muscle for muscle with him. I mean, in terms of just trying to like if you watch Wilder don't muscle people around. He don't use his body weight. He doesn't do that. Wilder like keeps his distance from you and just tries to catch you when you think he has you. Fury, on the other hand, fought the smart way. And for all the people that were saying, I think that's a stupid way for him to fight. I think he needs to stay away from his power and dance and move and do what he normally does. I felt like, nah, man, this dude is too goddamn big, too long of a reach, got all that weight, and Wilder is frail as hell from the waist down. There's no reason that he shouldn't be able to go in there and impose his will on Wilder because Wilder can't fight going backwards. And we saw that even in the Burns to Vern fight, how when he's going backwards, he doesn't really do anything. And when he throws his jab, he's pushing it out. He's lined up straight up with you. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm watching this now. For all the good that you see any fighter do, you're looking at what the other fighter can try to exploit. I don't see him fighting to Anthony Joshua the same way he fought Wilder and winning. I just can't see that happening. I believe if he tries to fight AJ the way he fought Wilder, I think Anthony Joshua straight knocks him out, and he's going to end up catching the full blow from AJ if he does that. Because think about it. It's not like he has faster hands than AJ. No. It's not like he's stronger than AJ. No. The slick boxing y'all are talking about. First off, I think people are more overwhelmed because of how tall he is and his size and the fact he does all that slip and slide. And they're more impressed with that. If you look at his punch selection, first off, I didn't see him doing much in the first Wilder fight. It was low punch output. He did enough to not get caught with big shots early, and we all know what happened. But it's not like he was in there just giving a masterclass boxing lesson, no, he was throwing the same repetitive shit over and over. Okay, it's just that he wasn't being, criticized for it. Because I've seen AJ have certain fights, and the commentators saying I like to see AJ mix it up more. And me myself, I'm saying yeah, his punch selection, AJ got to start, mixing them shots up more. Because after a while, in the beginning, it might work. But if it's not working, and you're not putting your guy away, and he's moving away from you, then it's like, okay, he knows what you're going to throw. So I agree with that. Tyson Fury, for all of what people are talking about, like him slipping, moving it, if you look at his level of opposition, okay, and let's just be real, him doing what he did to Deontay Wilder is, to me, I don't see why people are so shocked. Deontay can't box, and we know that he can't box. We know what Deontay's threats are. We know what his strong points are. So, if y'all think that he can fight AJ the same way and win, we'll see. I doubt it, but we'll see. So, here's the thing. If you watch AJ fight, AJ's biggest thing, his biggest thing was getting tired from throwing too many punches. Overloaded. AJ is more in control of that, of understanding, no, I don't have to try to go wild and get you out of there, take my time, pace, throw my shots when I need to. I don't see him winning the fight against AJ by going backwards either. Because AJ's effective going forward and backwards. Now AJ knows he can. He's effective either way. The thing with Tyson Fury is, when he's going forward against Wilder like he did, it worked. But we're talking about a limited guy who had no answers for nothing. AJ is much better than Wilder. So for AJ, just to keep his cool, use his jab, use some head movement. Don't just stand there in front of him and not, be selective. Don't let him be first. And not only that, Fury's punching power comes from him having to sit down on his punches to where he's going to put himself in harm's way. Because now, if you're standing there thinking, I'm going to stand here and trade with AJ, or I'm going to come forward and try to... No, it's like Fury's going to have to give AJ different looks. He's not going to be able to just, in my opinion, fight him one way. And he's going to have to try to confuse AJ. He's going to have to move. He's going to have to, when he's not ready to punch, he shouldn't be standing there. He should move. He should keep his jab pumping. Work behind that jab when he comes in. But AJ is going to engage. For some reason, people think AJ is going to be on some, let me just dance. No, look. That's criticism from people who realize, damn, he's figured out another way to win fights. So the criticism about saying that AJ is running now, oh, he doesn't stand and fight like he's supposed to, that's nonsense. But what I'm looking at in this fight is this. If AJ walks him down, and AJ also is going to have to give Tyson Fury different looks, okay? He's going to have to, it's going to be, got to understand they both can box. For all of y'all who's sitting up here trying to shit on a fight, trying to shit on AJ, or trying to make excuses to, instead of understanding, it's not about shitting on Fury, it's not about shitting on AJ, it's not about any of that. This is me calling it the way I see it. And like I said, hopefully we get to see how the fight plays out. But for all of you guys who want to sit here and make up excuses and want to act like we're talking about, like we're insulting your significant other, for all of y'all who are doing that,
You stop that shit!
Now, pretty much, we don't know how the fight's going to go. We can imagine, but you don't know the strategy that each fight is going to come up with. So my thing is, this is the intrigue for me, is to be able to watch a fight and not know how the fight's going to go. But you see what either fighter can do that can win. I'm not saying it's just one way they can only win. Only way things happen. Both fighters, let's just put it to you like this. If both fighters are at their best, especially, I'm going with AJ anyway. I'm confident that AJ can beat him. Okay? But we'll see. And like I said, if AJ was to lose, I'm not going to, oh, nah, no. Hey, congratulations, Fury did what he had to do. I'm not going to say and make excuses up. I never do, you know. And like I said, I'm not the one getting my ass whooped. So why would I, you know, even, listen, man, I'm beyond that nonsense. And also understand something too. You know, everybody was talking about the video of him on the beach. Fury I'm talking about, looking overweight. And they were talking about how he basically tried to play us. And then if you realize you saw him on the latest videos, he looks slim, right? Well, you lose weight when you plan to be elusive and move. Not when you plan to try to come forward and put your weight behind your shots. Otherwise, you come in heavy. You understand what I'm saying? One thing is, and I got to say this, okay? Fury said on his latest video, latest interview, he said he wants to fight, what did he say, 2 times this year, with or without Anthony Joshua. So, one with Joshua or 2 with somebody else, right? 1 with Joshua, 1 with somebody else, or 2 with Joshua, or 2 with someone, or 2 of just 2 different fighters. It doesn't matter. He just wants somebody else before. And I think that's an indirect way, like I said before, it's an indirect way of saying I need to tune up before I go to AJ. I want to fight 2 other people first. I don't want to fight AJ right now. And I think mental toughness-wise, I think AJ's focused. I think AJ's dialed in. I think AJ, he doesn't want anybody but Fury. And I think right now, plain and simple, if that fight does go down, I'm going with AJ. But right now, Fury's looking like he doesn't know what he wants to do. You understand what I'm saying? He has, you know, his thoughts all over the place. So I'm going with Fury for AJ to win this fight. But hopefully with the see. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people. And I will catch y'all on the next video.